And right now I'm tuned into ratchet media. Y'all see the topic. Y'all see the title. Doja Cat busting it open on stage. Got that thing wide open like a sliding door. And she has the nerve to call her daddy a deadbeat. Even if he was, what does that have to do with you getting on stage? Antenna in those legs. I just don't get it on top of the fact that it looked like you need to go take some dance lessons because that was horrible. I'm gonna just keep it real. Shout out to MDR because, you know, he's given me an opportunity to highlight some of the things that I have an issue with. It's because, like I told y'all, I'm no different than y'all. This real life. I'm a real life nigga. All right. Now, that's just me talking because I'm a gentleman as well. I know how to articulate myself. I'm pretty intelligent, but I have to, be honest with y'all. I go through the same things that a lot of y'all go through. It's trial and error. You make mistakes. You make some decisions that you have to learn from. And that's how you build character. That's how you build discipline, structure, and that's just the way that it is. Now, when you get to a certain age, after your 30s, you should be a lot more aware of the pitfalls that they've lined up out here for us. So that's what I want y'all to know. I'm not one of these content creators trying to uh, tell you how you should live. I want you brothers, you young brothers, to know that it's okay to make mistakes, but you want to avoid the pitfalls that we've been uh, put in position to run into for the last 50, 60 years. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because this hits home. I mean, I have daughters, and I've tried in every way, shape, and form to get my daughter's mothers to allow me to be a father the way that I want to. And they pretty much removed my daughters out of my life because I won't move, or they can't control me the way that they want. And they want me to basically raise my daughters how they want me to raise my daughters, not the way I'd like to, based on me being a man and what I think a woman should know to understand a man, and they're not giving me the opportunity to raise them based on what I think and what I feel and what I know. So seeing Doja Cat bust it open, wide open on stage, you got the dad, he's basically defending himself after she's talking all crazy, and this is just normally how it goes. It's obvious that the mother polluted her mind, and this is most cases, there's not a lot of men out there, despite the women out here that are trying to make it as if men don't want to be fathers. That's just a lie. That's far from the truth. A lot of men, they stay away to avoid conflict with the woman. The issue 9 times out of 10 is the woman and how unbearable she is to deal with. And for the men that have daughters, I mean, it should be mandatory that their daughters spend time with the fathers so that I mean, both children, the mother, I mean, the daughter, the son, it doesn't matter. The father has to be present in his children's lives because the father wants, fathers typically want their children to survive. A father understands that you have to have skills, awareness, A father has to understand that you have to pay attention, you have to listen, you have to prioritize, you have to have discipline, you have to have structure, you have to have order, you have to have integrity, decency, class. You have to be physical. Sometimes you have to be aggressive, and a woman doesn't really understand that in a lot of cases. Your mother typically wants you to be happy. And that right there can cause a person to live in a state of delusion. But yeah, let's see how this girl got on stage and busted open, and then she has a nerve to talk about how her father's a deadbeat. This right here is unbelievable, because I was saying to myself, God, damn, she on stage busting that thing open, and she has a nerve to call her father a deadbeat. This is how it usually goes. Like, check this out. Like, this shit right here, man. Like, these chicks be off the chain, and they blame everything on men. They barely take accountability for their own actions. Barely, shit, they don't. They blame everything on men. Everything. And then when you do check them, they pull out that I'm a girl. What that got to do with being an adult? I mean, you can make all these decisions when you want to be a bitch and a boss and a diva, and you know how to be in control of your business life. And but when somebody corrects you for making a decision or a bad choice that can cost everyone, look at this. Look at this. It's disgusting. What is you doing? Man, it's like she was trying, shake some piss out or something. That was the dog wag. I don't know what that was, but definitely horrible. But yeah, man, this is what you want to avoid, young man. Trying to tell you, make sure that you stay on it, man. Find your purpose. I'm telling you, because the moment that you do and you ground yourself and you build a foundation, I mean, in my opinion, when a man has that type of structure, when a man has that type of order, it's rare that that man will bring something into his life that will disrupt it. So that's what you should be doing, man. I'm telling you. I mean, I think about it all the time. If I would have kept hooping, if I would have went to the Navy, if I would have, you know, just made a choice to do what I needed to do instead of thinking about family and friends, and it's just, hey man, I'm telling you, it's, oh my goodness. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there because I get to rambling. I'm telling you, you young brothers, stick to the plan. If you under 35, stick to the plan. If you over 35, you need to get the fucking work right now. I'm talking about if you plan on being here another 30, 40 years, you better get on it. I'm telling you, you don't got no more time to waste. And women out here like this show you that you don't have time to be sitting around wasting your energy and your resources trying to impress or I guess develop relationships with dysfunctional women. If you keep putting in that work, I will guarantee that you'll meet a woman that's for you. She'll be the only job that she's going to want is to be there and provide, her services to you. And that's just exactly how it's supposed to be. You can't chase women, man. And I'm not saying that they have to chase you. A woman has to understand that, you know, she's here to help a man become, not help him become the best he can be, but assist him while he's trying to become the best that he can be. And with her assistance, a man can climb higher, you know, and not to say a man can't do that by himself because that's what you follow your purpose for, but a woman does give you an extra battery pack, for the long haul. So, and just think about that, man. Stick to your purpose, stay in the game, and avoid all these dysfunctional women out here and these men that are consistently trying to pull you back with negativity, being indirect, being deceptive. These people find all types of ways to take shots, disrespect, cross boundaries, and that's what you have to avoid. So, you know, I wanted to show y'all this, and this is one of the the pitfalls that you have to avoid. Women out here like this, you have the nerve to call her daddy a deadbeat, but she on stage popping that thing like Orville Redenbacher. Look at that thing. She got them legs flexed. Shit. I'm saying to myself, oh man, having daughters, and when look at this shit. Ah, look, I don't got nothing else to say, man. Fellas, be careful, man. Avoid these types of women at all costs.